Hey, Minecraft Mentor here, and today we're going to be showing you how to build the Derrick, and we got a husk over here. Let's just go to peaceful. Alright, there we go. We finally found a crude oil deposit here, so we're going to build a Derrick. I'm going to build mine on top of it. We'll show you why you don't exactly have to be right on top of it for this to work, but we are going to do it right on the thing. So we're going to start with a heavy engineering block. We're going to do a pipe on the south side, or not south side, but I guess it is the south side. Pipe, light engineering block, 2 pipes on the side here. Next, we're going to go scaffolding like this. We're going to go up the scaffolding, it's completely surrounding it like that. Next, we're going to do light engineering blocks 3 in a row. From here, we're going to do scaffolding and scaffolding. That's going to be your very first layer. Next, we're going to do engineering block, or heavy engineering block, light engineering block, scaffolding, redstone engineering block. We're going to bring these 3 up. Next, we're going to place down steel fencing like this. So there's your next layer. Good to go. Next, we're going to bring up our fencing here. We're going to place a pipe above your heavy engineering block. From here, we're going to do scaffolding. So actually, it's scaffolding slabs in this area like so. We're going to raise up our scaffolding here 1 more block. Next, we're going to completely encase this layer right there. Pipe in the middle. Now from here, we're just going to go up 4 blocks with pipes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need our hammer. Let's grab that out of there. We don't need that anymore. We're going to click the light engineering block. And if we did it right, hey, look at that. We have our Derrick. So now we're going to have to go over a few things about this Derrick and how to properly use it, because you can actually waste a ton of oil. So first we're going to check out the inside of it. You can see we've got a tank here. This thing works on phases. So the first phase, you're going to have to pump it full of concrete. Second phase, once it reaches bedrock, you're going to need to pump it full of water, and we're going to need a couple other things on the side. You have to manually enter pipes, and you can say missing here liquid concrete. So you do need to manually put your pipes in here. We can configure this, so if we click config, this is what I meant by we don't need to build this thing directly over the reservoir. You can actually click it out here or wherever and drill vertically or horizontally, basically. If let's say your reservoir is there, we can put it over here. But obviously, because we're directly above our reservoir, we can, set that, close it. We don't need to worry about that. This is our energy bar right here. So you do need to power this, put that in there, and we also need liquid. So I'm going to use our creative accumulator. I know so many people, how do you craft accumulators? You don't. It's a creative item. You need to power this either with a filled accumulator or a diesel engine you can put off to the side. If this is your first Derrick and you haven't been able to process oil and create generators just yet, this is what you're going to use, is an accumulator with a diesel engine. So you cannot craft this. It's not craftable. So anyways, I'm going to actually, this right here is our redstone control, so we can turn this thing on and off using redstone. If you click this has actually got something different than many of the immersive engineering machines. Actually tells you inside, hey, it's being controlled by redstone, it's being disabled. So that's really cool. We're going to shut that off. I have to actually build a tank to hold our concrete, and then we'll switch over to water once that is done, but I'll be right back. Done with that. Next on to the oil tank. So we do need a tank in order to collect the oil off of this. And you can see this is the blue side. This is where we're going to import our liquid concrete and then eventually water. This side is orange. This is where it's going to output the oil. And I say build the tank because if you drill down, there's a certain little equilibrium. There's pressure down in the oil. So once this pierces, it's just going to start shooting oil into the sky until it completely equalizes the pressure. So you're going to lose a lot of oil if you don't build this next tank right here. And we've got a tutorial on this tank and that tank. If you don't know how to build them, just check that out. But highly suggest using the tank, sending the pressurized oil into it. And then once you reach equilibrium, so once once that happens, you're no longer going to need this Derrick, and you're going to switch over to a pump jack, which we'll have a tutorial on that also. So keep in mind, if you don't know how to build this tank, do so in one of our immersive engineering tutorials, and then obviously we're going to build this one too. Now that we have both tanks set up, I'm going to fill this one up with some concrete. We do need a lever down here to actually get it going and sending the concrete inside the machine itself. Now you can see it started drilling now that it's pushing its concrete inside the machine. Once it gets done with this phase, let's get rid of that. We can look inside here. You can see it's taking our pipes. It tells us how far into the drilling process we are. So basically the concrete is reinforcing around the area until you reach down to bedrock, and then after that you could consider that the drilling area. So once it gets to a certain percentage, that's phase 1. After that, we're going to be done with the concrete, and we're going to put in water and pump it into here. So let's let this do its thing. Once it gets to the next phase, we'll show you that, and then after that we can see this tank getting filled up instead of, a geyser shooting out of the ground, which is still cool on its own, but we don't want to waste all that oil. So we are onto the water phase, and I wanted to mention that it will not fill this tank with any extra concrete. So it's only going to take exactly what it needs, even if you have this lever on. So you don't have to actually pull liquids out of this once you get to that point. So now we're into our water drilling phase. Once this reaches 100%, it's going to start shooting lava up into, or not lava, crude oil into this tank if we did everything right. If I did anything wrong, it's going to blow out the tank, or not to blow out it's going to blow out the Derrick valve, which is just going to shoot crude oil into the sky until it equalizes. And after it equalizes, we'll put a pump jack on top of it in another video, which will show you how to build the pump jack and use it. But let's just let this thing do its thing, and then when it gets close, I'll just come back. So we're at 98%, 99, 100, drilling complete. Have a nice day. All right, nice. That's cool. So we look at our tank here. Oh my God, it's filling really quick. And of course it would rain right when you get that. You can see the amount of pressure and oil that is flowing out of this well. This is called the gushing phase. This is when it's trying to force the oil up there, and you don't really need to pump it. It's going to fill this tank. Hopefully. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of oil. This is like 1,000 buckets or so. So I wonder if this reaches max. Okay. Yeah. All right. We of course we needed to show that. So note to self, if you don't want this to happen, we're going to need multiples of our tanks. And if you didn't know this, if you didn't watch the tutorial on how to build this, this is a self-leveling tank. So it equalizes. Whatever's in this one, it's not going to raise up and then move to the next one. They're all going to be the same. So I would suggest building quite a few of these. Sorry. So you don't have your oil being wasted here. But at this point, once it's gushing out like this, we have no problem actually tearing down this machine, and you can build your Derrick because your wellhead has been created. So if we just get rid of this, you can see right here, here's our wellhead. Now you're going to build your pump jack over that, but only do it once this completely equalizes. Don't do it when afterwards, I guess. Don't build your pump jack over top of it before it equalizes. From what I've heard, I've never done it myself. This is from somebody else telling me that it's not good. I don't know, but I guess I could test that out at some point here. But yeah, let your pump drop all the way down where it's no longer spraying out lava, and then move on to your next step. But anyways, if you found this helpful, like, comment, subscribe.